This one is from Manish. I can see that most of the times my mind wins over my sense of self. I feel that I am going in a kind of depression where not being able to master my mind is frustrating me. For example, sometimes when I observe my mind and thoughts, a fear comes that I will lose everything if I let go of my thoughts and mind. This fear makes me feel restless, and then when I try to just observe these moments, I lose control, and then my mind takes over, and my mind takes over completely. Sometimes a moment comes when I feel complete freedom. How to stay in this? Is it really possible to stay with the truth in this mundane world, in every moment of one's life, at any cost? Okay, Manish. Actually, the mind is here to help you, but it has to help you by challenging you, your own concepts, your own identity. It's a new way of looking at the mind. Is everything worth more than who you are? Is my question. Even if this was true, and it is not true, you lose everything. Actually, you've got nothing. Actually, you have nothing in the sense that what you mean, you will lose everything. Maybe we go into that a bit more, what it means. Maybe you have a fear that you will lose your relationships. So in a sense, you don't trust. You don't trust them. How can discovering the truth amount to you losing what is true? You cannot lose what is true. You may come to see what is not true. And then in spite of seeing what is not true, you may still don't want to separate from it. This is what happens. If you are true, then if you see something that is not true, you'll be happy. I'm glad I see that this thing is untrue. And then it can go now. But your mind is feeling, I might lose everything if I let go. Because some of the things which are not working for me, I still don't mind being attached to them. So this is already, so the mind is, without the mind, what chance do you have to see yourself? And the mind is helping you actually to see all our little scams and schemes. We feel that the world is imprisoning us, but we are working a private little web for ourselves also. We're holding on to many things. Sometimes it's not true, because they have an energy about them, something that you enjoy about it. So this also is your freedom also. At least you'll be clear whether I'm being true with myself or not. You feel I'll lose everything. What you will lose, perhaps, is your attachment to things. Your family is not bad. Your house is not bad. Your car is not bad. Money is not bad. But the attachment to them, the sense that you need them to be who you are, this is not true. And so in the coming in of the truth, in the realization of the truth, then there is a feeling that I will lose all of these things. So there must be a point in you, some courage, some place of courage to say, I am ready actually to make a stand for what is true. Otherwise, you are living in complete weakness. If you're trying to only to protect something which you see is not true, then how are you going to be happy? You will never be happy. You will never be happy. There must be, at some point, a willingness, a resolve within yourself that now is enough time of lies, it's enough time of trickery, it's enough time of scheming and control. Now I have to find out if there is something real that doesn't take me having to keep it up, have to hold it together, because that cannot be the real. The real doesn't need your support. And then my mind takes over, and my mind takes over completely. This is not true. It's not true. Mind doesn't take over completely. Maybe take over completely momentarily. It can feel like that, where everything is mine, everything is crazy. Actually, when everything is crazy, it's actually a great moment. Let everything be crazy. Stop trying to not be crazy. Be completely crazy. See how it feels. But somewhere in this craziness, be the nucleus in this craziness. Your eyes will still be working. Something will still be there to say, but look, it's a completely crazy mind. What a completely crazy mind. And you will see in that moment of seeing that you are not your mind. Once you know you're not your mind, doesn't matter how much your mind get crazy, actually. What I'm speaking is true. Then finally you say, is it really possible to stay with the truth in this mundane world in every moment of one's life at any cost? It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible for you, as long as there's a you who want to do it, who has to do it. It's not possible. You will have successes momentary, but not ongoing. What is possible is to discover the truth which is without effort, where there's nobody there who has to be true. You will come to see that there is that which is eternally present and which has never been untrue. It has never been lost, so to speak, just dreamed of being lost because some sense of separation came inside you, and it's like your mind went the wrong side. It went to the point where it's identified, I am the one who's lost, I am trying to get. Your attention went there, and so the energy went there, and so you came to believe that you were the floating part, and you're trying to reconnect with the part which is stable. But you are the stable. It's the reverse. You are the stability already, and your mind is moving, and you're confusing yourself with your mind. See. So when I say you cannot do it, it's really good news. Nobody has been able to do it. Buddha could not do it. Christ could not do it. They were aware of themselves through grace. Grace means that simply you realize what is natural in yourself, and that you are there already. You are that which is natural. You are that which is effortless. This is what natural means. But as long as there's a feeling that there's a you who do it, and it is the most believed lie in the whole universe, but it's part of the game. It's not totally a lie, because the believer is there, and the believer is also consciousness. So consciousness actually is in the game of its own delusion. But it must wake up from that delusion that actually separation has no reality. It only has an apparent reality. And this is somehow, it seems very difficult to grasp this, because so strong, so firm it seems that our identity is established in the mind. And as long as the identity is established in the mind, and the mind is not stable, it's always changing, you see. Actually, you are there to watch the changefulness. But the incredible thing, the real mystery, is that although it's obvious that you are there to observe the changefulness, you forget that you are not that changefulness. You forget that you are completely not in that at all. What to say? I have to say myself, I'm a little bit sometimes frustrated. But that's also a kind of play. It's not real. Because it's not my doing. Even this frustration is just part of life, natural. Like if I see that you are hungry, then I feel I don't have any food to give you. I feel badly. This is like this. But this understanding has to come to you. You put it in bold here. Is it really possible to stay with the truth in this mundane world, in every moment of one's life, at any cost? If it had to be by intention and effort, you cannot do it. And thankfully, it's true that you cannot do it. So that you may find the effortless self, which you are. The self is in search of itself. But this concept is very difficult to explain. There are very few takers for this knowledge that I'm speaking. Because so much is believing that you are the one who must make, you must make the effort. And it is partly true. As long as you have the identity in you, you must make effort. But at a certain point, you're going to realize that the one who's making effort is not really you. And in that moment will be your moment of liberation. And then you'll see that whatever was making effort and feeling separation was not really true, not really you. But it can only be proved once you have transcended it. Otherwise, the ego itself is believing this. This is the paradox, you see. You have to take my word and look. You cannot help looking once you have the division in yourself. Once you feel that you're a person, you cannot help looking. It's natural to look. Then this person, when they find out their own source, then they become the source. We say they become the source. And in the becoming the source, they saw that they were always the source, and there was not really a becoming at all. But who is going to understand this type of thing? I hope you do.